All right. Hey, Master Naima here. For the record, I finally have a hair appointment on Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Finally have a hair appointment tomorrow. I have been getting my hair done since I was 14 years old and have never learned and have ever even cared to learn how to do my own hair. While this is nice and it has a place, gosh, my hairstylist has been closed since Corona and opens today. She opens today. I was able to get an appointment for tomorrow, and I am so glad to finally get my hair done. I have not gone this long without going to a salon in probably over a decade. And so I look forward to seeing you guys on Friday with my new do. With my new do. I am so excited to, yes, express through my hair. So I look forward to being back here on Friday with my hair done finally. All right. So I am Master Naima, and I'm in the business of helping melanin transformational leaders come into full power through right language, right way of being, right way of thinking, and right way of speaking. And when I say coming into power, I mean full sovereignty within themselves and in their relationship with money. And one of the reasons why I'm even mentioning this hair thing, and I'm praying specifically to have my awarenesses drop in and my awareness open up around the current ways that melanin transformational leaders thinking, the lens through which we look at things is how it corrupts our progress and how deep, deep, deep it is. And for my opening, the prayer is that I'm able to see things without being told them, if that makes sense. And having my perception in that way, right? Because there's different ways that perception happens. And so today I was supposed to talk about how to, like, actual business money making action steps that you can take immediately today. Okay. To bring money into your more than enough, right? Playing the higher game of money. To be clear, everything that I speak from a high lens. I speak through a metaphysical lens. I see through a metaphysical lens. I be through a metaphysical lens. My whole way, the way I teach my life is through a metaphysical lens. So I look at everything as spiritual. The way I am, the way you are, the way you think, the way you speak, the way you move, the way you choose, all that. I look at through a high spiritual lens, a metaphysical lens. And so the plan, as I told you guys on Monday, I was going to come here and give you hardcore, like, things that were classic money making, even things that I employ that are modified versions of the classics to really make money in today's climate, right? And I will do that. It's just not going to happen today. I went into prayer yesterday and last night, and then I was doing something on the internet, and then I was visited by an angel, frankly. I was visited by an angel, and I got the instruction to put my laptop down and come into attention, and the awareness just started opening up about where... Wow, this is incredible. Thank you so much. Where we are today as melanin transformational leaders. First of all, how lucky we are so blessed and lucky to be alive today, to for you to have me to come and speak with you and speak to what you already know on some level. And you being the first in your family, the first in your church, the first in your girlfriend circles, the first in your other social and business communities, to really start to speak and be and know and live from the sovereignty that you naturally are, where your language shifts. So people, just in the way that you speak, because you are watching these videos, because you are signing up to work with me, because you are sending me your email or digesting all the YouTube content, but you're engaged, you're doing the work, and your language starts to shift because this starts to shift because your core way of looking at yourself shifts at a deep level. Melanin Transformational Leader, please receive what I say to you. If my head wrap is causing you to look at me as some poor, low black broad, I ask that you shift that. I have likely made more money in the last 3 years than you have made in the last 20. Okay? I have this head wrap on because my hairstylist has been closed because of COVID. She was deathly afraid. She told me she knows people who have died from it. Her salon opens back up today after being closed since March, and I have a hair appointment tomorrow. Okay? And so I'm saying that. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. Melanin, I could talk broadly, Black people, but I'm talking to melanin transformational leaders. We have been taught to look at what things look like, what they appear as, to focus so much on the exterior while our insides are hurting and rotten. Come on. We have been so focused, and Instagram just amplifies this so much. We have been so committed and so focused on looking good, slaying, having the edges together. And there is a place for vanity. I am very vain, be clear. I'm aware of the necessity of having an attractive physical representation. Very aware of that. I mean, look at my photo shoots. Look at the photos that I share. I'm aware of that. And that is just a fraction of what it's going to take for you to have 5-figure months, multiple 5-figure months, for you to start to change your family, do real generational wealth, do real ability to be present in your power, to be able to go beyond just this anti-racism work that's so popular right now, and this, this kind of like way that too many of us stay in anger. We stay down in this, for example, yesterday I was on Facebook and a new Facebook friend, anyway, I have a few, Black woman, she did a screenshot of some posts from Twitter about the different wars that Black women are fighting and how tired we are. And look, there are wars that we are fighting, right? Let's look at polarities, okay? And that multiple things are true at the exact same time. Stay with me, okay? Stay with me. Really, just look at what I'm saying and try to keep your emotions in check as you listen to me, okay? Man, and she just started listing all the wars that we're in, right? And as I was reading it, I could feel myself, because there was like this deeply ingrained identity with which she was sharing, this deeply ingrained, this is my plight as a Black woman. This is what's available for me as a Black woman. This is my place. If I don't fight it, who's going to fight it? This is the way. Oh, and it's so tired. Oh, and I'm so exhausted. Like, that was the energetic tone of the post. And Melanin Transformational Leader, please hear me. The power that we seek, like the real change that I know so many of us are hungry for. I know it. I'm hungry for it. The seeing ourselves in high light in the public sphere and seeing all skin tones in high light in the public sphere. Our desire to see more of us winning, I saw a Facebook ad, and it was, I don't even know exactly what it was selling. It was selling a system. I don't know what the system was, but it was basically like a Black family looking at something on the internet, and they were excited and they were happy and it was like a celebration. And somebody in the comments said, it feels good to see us winning. Because that's isn't that the deeper desire here? Like, really? Like, aren't the protests and the like holding cops accountable and the policy that we're looking to have changed, like, isn't the core of all that about we wish to be revered in our own selves and in the world? We wish to see ourselves in these highlights. We wish to be in healthy relationship with our children, first with ourselves, with the men in our lives, with the husbands that we either have or are yet to meet, with our girlfriends, with our parents. We wish to perhaps have healthier relationships with our daughters than we had with our mothers. Like, isn't that the deeper drive here? To be able to live in joy on a regular basis, to be able to be in such healthy relationship with the difficulties that come with being a Black person, that we are not entrenched by them, that we are not bound by them, that we are not suffocated, that we can transcend the difficulty, right? Isn't that what we wish for? That we can transcend the experiences of being Black or a person of color in this world and still win? Like, haven't our ancestors experienced so much that we know that we have that, like, it's there? And that this way that our thinking has been corrupted. And I'm going to say something here, and some people may not like it, that there's such a clinging to the current teachings of the Bible and the current interpretations of the Bible, that we are unable to look beyond, even look higher, and than the limited interpretations that a lot of our pastors have taught us, right? And that's a deeper conversation. I'm not going to go into that right now, because that is a deep and wide and varied conversation with different perspectives and different ways of looking at it. And still, how do we stay here in high truth? How do we make choices? How do we change our language and our way of being and our level of expectation at a core level, to where, and this is deep right here, this is what you will become when you work closely, really closely and intimately, to where it gets to the point that a lot of what we're seeing out in the world, the Karens and the Beckys and the Bills and all these stories we keep seeing. I just saw one yesterday where this Black woman and man were moving into, it was either an apartment complex or some living accommodations. And this white woman blocked the doorway where they were moving in their furniture and was basically telling them they don't belong there, asking for their ID. And the Black woman was recording the whole thing. And this white woman literally called the police. This was all on video. I saw it. And she's telling the police, these people are here and they don't belong here. I think they're trespassing on private property, these Black people. And the Black man and woman are so upset, and they're just like, oh my God. And they're waiting. They're literally waiting as this woman blocks the doorway. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, these people really know who to do this with. Because take this in, like, really see yourself in what I'm getting ready to say. Have you ever had a moment, listen to this. Have you ever had a moment in your life where you were just in a place where this is what it is? Where you were completely sovereign, where there were no questions, there was zero doubt, there was zero misunderstanding that was in you. There was zero, you were clear. And all you did was look at a person and they got the message. Like, you didn't have to lift a finger, say a word, move a flint. You just looked because you were so clear inside, because you were sovereign. Somebody confronted you. Somebody may have said something. Somebody may have did something, and all you did was look. And it was done. Like, that kind of sovereignty is what I am teaching you, where it is your first nature way of being. Because guess what? That bleeds over into your money. That bleeds over into how you talk with your children, how you talk with your spouse, how you talk with everybody in your life. Some clerk who has a misunderstanding at the grocery store. I had a situation at Target at the self-checkout. And what happened was I rung up all my stuff and I put everything in the bag. And then what happened was I was finished. And then as I was putting the last thing in the bag, somehow it swiped over the swiper again. And I walked away. So it looked like maybe I swiped it and didn't pay and walked away. And so one of the staff members who was watching everybody do the self-checkout, she apparently went and told the manager that I stole. I don't know exactly what she told her, but I know that the manager came over to me to tell me what the girl told her. That's what I know. Okay. And I went over to the girl and didn't say much at all. I said something to the effect of, this person, your manager, just came over to me because of something you just told her. And she said, yeah, because I saw and I said to her, and you concluded. She apologized off top. We didn't even have to, there was zero. She just apologized just like that. Now that's a seemingly simple, right? It's a simple situation, right? But had I gone into this, what I'm looking for us to cease doing and start to handle these things from a higher level, through a higher lens, and you handle it through this higher lens because you know who you are, okay? This is how we check people. We don't check people by hollering, yelling, all of that. So I came to her with this level of, how dare you? But I didn't say, how dare you? I didn't turn on a camera and you, this is racist, and to call the manager, and I'm reporting you, I'm putting you on Instagram, and you concluded with a sovereignty, with a clearness about who I am. This is what I expect of you. You know what? And from a higher lens, this is actually what white people are unaware that they're even calling for. They are so, these races, they are so out of order, so out of order. And you know why? Because we are out of order. Yes, we know that there's systemic systems that have been, like, over time, the corruption of the mind and the institution of that. That is true. And nothing can fuck with the man who knows who she is. When I say man, I mean a human person. Let them. If that white woman would have did that with that trying to block a doorway, girl, I would have just given that a look, and I would have, without any kind of aggression, I would have walked straight through. Like, this is the kind of sovereignty, but it happens in the thought. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to pause. And I want you to really answer this question silently to yourself when I ask it. And then I want you to go into prayer around this question tonight, today, but before you go to sleep, okay? Who are you being in your daily thought and energetic states? Yes, Fadina. Who are you being every day in your thoughts and your energetic state, your deep thoughts, not just your conscious thoughts up here, but your deep thoughts, going into prayer around this, and being soft with yourself around this is where will come to see what you really think about yourself, what you really think about me, because of the lens that you look through. Melanin Transformational Leaders, I have been in prayer around this. I have been asking my heart to come into understanding about what it is going to take for us to not allow the repetition of what we're seeing out there. Because as within, so without. As within, so without. As within, so without. Who is it required of you to be? And who are you being today that requires gentle attention and restoration, consistent attention and restoration, an adamantness about living from sovereignty? This is what you will learn when we work together. It is a process. It is everyday choices, consistent choices in how you speak, how you think, what you expect of yourself and others, what you allow in your atmosphere, how you maintain your body, the foods you put in your body. Like, it is profound, and it is so much deeper than just this video. I'm asking you to, if you are looking to go further into this and you are aware, even if it feels minimal right now, first of all, you belong here. Please don't see me as this higher than you being. And I say that because so many women have put me on pedestals over the years, and I didn't even know it until my humanness was expressed, and suddenly they were upset. It was like, well, yeah, I have human things as well. We are connected. I am not better than you. What I have is I have a higher awareness and understanding of who I am. Therefore, I have a higher and better understanding of who you are. Because as within, so without. Naturally, without you trying to, when you correct what's going on in here, when you correct how you see yourself, when you shift your language to the language that I speak now with ease, the language that I'm using right now to communicate with you, the language that I constantly in my own head, when I find myself going up, correct it. And it is a tall order. It is a constant, a constant prayer. Marianne Williamson talks about being on her knees constantly in prayer. This is not something I turn on for the camera. In my thoughts, when I'm talking to people in my life, before I respond to an email, to a text, to a message, how will I respond to this? What language will I use? When I see myself talking that's of a lower state, and this is what will be required of you, clean that up. Clean that up. When I find myself wanting to lash, okay, where is this coming from? And being honest, that's why I say it's going to take gentle. So let me get into what I'm inviting you to do today before you go to sleep. Okay, today before you go to sleep. One, enter your email with the link with this video. And let me be clear, because I have gotten lots of inboxes from women sending me their email in my inbox. Please do not send me your email in my inbox with this very video that you're looking at right now. Say hi to me on Facebook. There's so many of you that have come. There's 7 of you now. Say hi. Please share this video, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook or watching as a replay. Please share, okay? There's so much more to come. Please know that this is just a video here. There's so much more to come where you're going to be invited to come do some deeper work, where you have community, where there's accountability, where you can produce results within 1 week, 3 weeks, etc. You're welcome, Vadina, okay? So there's a link with this video for you to enter your email, okay? Please do not email me or put your email inside of inbox. There's a link above this video, okay? And you put your email there, right? Okay? Next, And you're sending me your email so you can be notified. There's things that I send sometimes via email that don't ever hit the public. And when the community is open, when you have an opportunity to come, there's going to be a launch that's going to be coming up where we're going to go deeper into this over a period of time. I'm not sure, like 5 days, a week, or something like that. So to be notified of that, enter your email with this video. That's that. Okay. Next, before you go to sleep tonight, I'm getting ready to wrap up. Before you go to sleep tonight, however, like if you have a way that you already pray, go into prayer. If you're not somebody who does like a formal prayer, I'm asking you to go into formal prayer. And what a formal prayer is, where you send signals that you're now giving attention to be in communication with the highest spirits. Okay, there are many spirits. Your request is to go into communication with the highest spirits. See, these little nuances is what you will learn with me. There are lots of spirits, right? For those of you who work in the spiritual realm, you know that there are lots of spirits. There are disagreeable spirits, right? Harmful spirits. And there are very benevolent and favorable spirits. You go into prayer like candles, if you have them, or if you don't have candles, well, you can go buy one. You have time, right? Or you can dim the lights in your space and maybe turn on your flashlight on your phone. That's a way to do it, right? And you talk, right? Let's keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. You just talk, and it could feel awkward. It's okay that if it feels awkward. Remember Kanye's song that he did years ago before he was with Kim? He said, "I want to talk to God, but I'm afraid because we ain't spoken so long. I want to talk to God, but I'm afraid because we ain't spoken so long." It's okay if it feels weird for you, okay? Because as one of my favorite coaches who I respect says, it's often awkward before it's elegant. I like to give thanks to Gina DeVee right now. I got that from her. It's always awkward before it's elegant. That's another thing right there. See, if you pay close attention to me, I'm dropping gold all the time. When you have eyes to see and ears to hear, you catch it. I give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give direct, clear thanks in word, in deed, in action. Give thanks. There's somebody who you wish to thank, send them a message, send them a gift. Okay, so you go into prayer and you just simply talk in whatever way that is natural and real for you. Dear God, dear Most High. When I go into prayer, it's dear Most High, Almighty God. Most High, because remember, you're talking to the highest spirits. You're asking to be in communication with the highest spirits. And you say whatever is natural for you. Why are you there? Are you seeking clarity? Do you wish to be more grateful in your heart? Do you wish to be in deeper relationship and communion with your heart? Do you wish to be governed so strongly by your heart that fear doesn't have a chance? What do you genuinely, not just, you know, if you have a prayer that you pray all the time, set that to the side for a moment. Come anew, come fresh. Be quiet for a moment. You can open up and, you know, come and ask to be in communication and then just sit. You can be in prayer and not say a word. You can just sit there and wait, right? Just allow yourself to gently, silently, softly be in that space. The communication is always, 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 always there. Always. This is so necessary for you to be able to come out here and do this work of change that we seek from your heart, because not all of us are meant to be in the streets protesting. I mean, if that's your place, let it be your place proudly. What is your place? Your place is that which is in your heart. I'm telling you, that is the way. What is in your heart? What is there that is so clear that if you just sit down and be quiet, it speaks to you? Such song, it is so there. And allow that to be your governing force. But it is not going to just, and sometimes it does, but let's not have a volcano erupt in our lives for us to pay attention. That's why there's all these volcanoes now. Folks not paying attention, folks ignoring, folks waiting for somebody else to do something. Darling, it starts right here. So my request and homework for you in this video today is that before you go to sleep, go into prayer and ask to be in communication with the highest spirits in whatever way is natural and true and real for you. Say what's necessary for you to say. Ask what's necessary for you to ask for, and then close it out. Make sure you close say thank you. Be silent, be still, and allow your next steps after that to be based on the communication that you get. And if you don't get a clear communication, don't move. Get clear communication. When you get clear communication, you will know. You won't even have to ask, was that God? Was that? Ask for clear communication. Is this clear? Let it be clear. And when it's clear, you will know. You will just know. So then when I start inviting you into creating your 5-figure clients from a place of sovereignty, then when I start talking to you about the strategy that you're going to take to start leading from a high place, coming out into the marketplace from a high place, speaking from a high place, because you have been doing it behind the scenes. You have been doing this work that I have been telling you to do. High right language, high right way of speaking, high right way of being, high right way of thinking, because you have been doing it consistently. Now you have opened up the bandwidth. Now you have lightened yourself. You have unburdened yourself of the load that you can come out here. Listen. The money is here. More than enough of it is here. Plenty is here. I have made it. I make it. It is easy. It is emotionally neutral. When you start doing this high right work that I'm talking about, a lot of the work that you have been learning from white transformational leaders that has addressed, let's say it's 10 layers, it has addressed the 5 layers. The remaining 5 layers that is going to cause a collapse of centuries of oppression within you. That's going to cause a collapse of the heaviness and the lethargicness that comes up when it's time for you to walk in sovereignty, charge in sovereignty, speak in sovereignty, lead in sovereignty will naturally happen. There is a way, a specific way for Melanin Transformational Leaders to succeed in today's climate. And I'm showing you that way. And help is necessary. Something that has come into my awareness more is how different I am, frankly, and how new and fresh and foreign I am to many transformational leaders, how the message that I bring is so of its own lane and is so unlike what is fed to us in the church from the white transformational leader we've been following, from the books that we've read by Eckhart Tolle and Dwayne Dyer and fill in the blank, right? And so it's going to take others who are of a different tone, but where there is a shared resonance. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? who can then come out and be ambassadors of this message. I'm telling you, we have it. It is here, and it is going to take a collective. So in addition to entering your email, so there's three things. There's entering your email with the link with this video. Number two, there's you praying, going into prayer with the highest spirits before you go to bed tonight. And number three, if you are deeply resonant with what it is that I'm talking about, and you know absolutely that we have absolute power to shift our within so that our without reflects sovereignty, and you wish to be on the team to spread this message and to enroll others into this message and path of sovereignty, then you DM me wherever you're seeing this message, okay? That's the third thing, all right? So that concludes my time here today. Remember, I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the month of June at 12 p.m. Pacific, okay? I invite your questions and comments even in the replay because I do come back and look at it. If there's something you wish to ask me before I go, I see I have a few people here on YouTube and I have a few people here on Facebook. As I'm saying these last things, you can type questions or anything in particular that you'd like me to see right now. Hi, Millie. And yeah, there's a lot of work to do. There's a lot of joy to be had. There's a lot of money to be made. And I am here to help you have all of that. We are doing something that has yet to be done. Be clear, it is already done in the highest spiritual plane. And the work that we are doing is to make it real here on the material plane. With your help, for those of you who will be joining the team, it will be done here on the material plane. The money is here. There is more than enough. It is so easy. I could go on and on and on. So we're going to talk money more. What I'm going to do, because this opening is happening, especially after my deep prayer last night, I'm not going to announce Friday's topic in advance. I'm going to wait and see what comes through. And I will announce it no later than Friday morning, because I'll be back here 12 p.m. Pacific on Friday with what the topic is for Friday. Thank you so much. Bye.